Testing. This is us trying to see if you can hear us, and it looks like you can. I'm so sorry for making everybody have to jump lives. That's real tacky of me. But at the same time, I blame my husband because he always does the checks and balances. He's always like, Autumn, are you on the right channel? Autumn, do you have your cup of water and your tissue? Autumn, make sure that the headphones are out. Except he didn't do that this time, and the headphones were still in there. Ergo, you couldn't hear us. Thank you, Gail, for letting me know.
I did tell you to leave them in as well.
Yeah, but see, they wouldn't have been able to. I mean, I guess if we would have put them up to my ear, but I don't like that. I don't like a microphone. I like the.
I don't either.
Okay, well, then we wouldn't have done a whole live like that. Well, we could have just cut off and cut back on.
I know.
You guys, when he acquiesces so quickly, there's nothing for me to fight against. Like it's like fighting a deflated punching bag. There's nothing to hit. Like,
because we have discussed this numerous times.
Good morning. Good evening, Gigi. Chris said jump lives for the win. Yeah, I'm really tacky. I'm so sorry for making you guys have to do that.
They used to you.
Chris said, no, you should blame me. I'm not going to do that. I'm always going to take the chance to blame Richard whenever I can. Good evening, Joe Ray. Shelly's here, says, hey, whack fam. Gail's here, says, hello again, Autumn and Richard. Thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. So,
well, I mean, whack fam's used to double
shenanigans, exactly. Just used to my absent-mindedness. Thank you so much. Good evening, Lisa. Thank you so much for enjoying my my tale of what was going on. Joyce said much better. Good. Maitreya said, well, it happens. Thank you very much. Kathy said, hey, I can hear you now. That's what's up.
The technical aspect is when you start the live, you can't have any apparatus plugged into the computer.
Yes.
And you just came on from doing another.
I was on a meeting. Yeah.
So you were just it happens.
Well, the rub is when you go live, it asks you what you want to use for your audio and video input, and so when you you can't change your audio input in the middle of a live or after you've already stored it. So there it is.
And if it's already plugged up, it'll automatically switch to whatever it's plugged up to.
Exactly. It defaults. Good evening, Andrea. I'm not going to lie. Your name in particular causes me so much anxiety because I don't know if it's Andrea or Andrea. Like not your name, but like anyone that's ever been named Andrea or Andrea, like that name in particular wigs me out.
Work though. It's like Richard and Richard.
No, they don't both work. Everyone has their right for their name to be pronounced the way that they want it to be.
To Richard.
No, absolutely. We've been watching the second season of Outlander too much. We are no longer in Paris.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, Gigi said we could hear you, then you touched something. Yes, you could hear me because my headphones were plugged in, so you were listening to me on the microphone on my headphone. When I unplugged them, that's why I was low. But when I unplugged it, it just took the sound away.
YouTube was like, whoa. Nope, Nix, we're doing none of this then.
Jerry said, I thought something was wrong with my AirPods. That's hilarious. Gina says, hello, much better. Good evening. Hello. So Kathy said, no touching something ever. Exactly. Especially since the live. I should not touch things. Dr. Wise is here, says, hey, whack fam.
So Kathy P.
Chris said, so in other news, I decided to check BrickSeek to see if Walmart had any of the $99 Blackstone griddles left. Yeah, bought one for the office. What is BrickSeek? And how do I procure one of them Blackstones? Because Joe and Rachel did like a complete monologue on how difficult it was to know whether or not to get, like how you could get one, because it was in the Thanksgiving ad, but it was like only on a special day and a special, because it was $99. I was like, we get a Blackstone for $99.
Well, does it
I don't know what BrickSeek is though.
Well, I thought they were like actual grills.
They are.
For $100?
For $99. That's what I'm saying. It was such a good deal.
Fall off a truck
but you had to jump through all these hoops to get them. Well, it's like a small one. So it's not like the regular size. But there's only two of us. We don't need the world's largest
Blackstone.
Not
the world's largest, but
not even a standard size. No.
Yes. Standard size is standard because parties happen, okay?
Nah, he said same as at my house. The husband always catching the blame. Oh, I got us to dish out over here. I always know who's to blame in this house. It's either him or Milton. That is it. Good evening, Vita. Glad that you are here. Maitreya's here. Said our Walmart had 0 right from the beginning. I know, right? I feel like it's a sham. So.
Well, I think that everybody who's on the inside.
Yes. No.
You're having a friend on the run. You know what? Give me one of those.
Kathy said we blame Richard. Just kidding, Richard. Yeah, blame Richard.
Oh, yeah.
He always be causing trouble. So, yes. He said similar to Heath in health. Yes, but those are two. I mean, I know how to pronounce both of those words, but it's just never knowing. Is it the like Andrea? Like, why are there 4 ways to pronounce that one name?
Oh my God.
Woo, it's okay, Andrea. Okay, good. But is it Andrea or Andrea? You know, like with the A, the long A. Andrea. Goodness. You know, so that's what I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for telling me though, Andrea, because like it helps.
You are lying.
You know? Matrey said outdoor griddle. Yeah. Blackstone. He said we ordered our Blackstone online from Walmart. Should I try? Andrea said, since you watch Outlander, have you read the book? Funny story.
Oh, very funny.
This story right here is my library card lit to the Louisville Free Public Library. I have not logged into the library in such a long time. I don't even know if this is still a valid membership, but I was literally looking up the Outlander audiobooks today. There's like 8 of them. It's like Game of Thrones. There are so many Outlander books. Like, I think she's either written 6 of 8 or 8 of 10, but like they're still coming out.
And they're available?
Yeah. The first through 3rd one is, but now I got to figure out how I can get it. So, I mean, yes, I am planning on listening to them. So
look at you, already planning ahead.
I know, right?
I'm so proud.
Chris said it's 22 inches wide, not insanely big, but bigger than any cast iron frying pan you'll find. Yeah, you wrap that up at the end there because there were so many. That's what she says. But yes, I mean, I just feel like it would be so difficult to clean. I'm over it. No, it's super easy. Hi, Treva. I'm glad that you're here. I haven't seen you in so long.
Just wipe it down. It's super simple.
Joyce said, I love BrickSeek. It helps you see what a store has. And if I need to find a UPC, I can get it. What is so it's an app. I'm assuming
you just aren't, your ear isn't to the ground.
But how is the app more like, how's the app better than like the online shopping cart that would show you how many are in store?
Maybe it's like Travelocity or something. Just like gives you the best rate available at all of them kind of thing.
I would like for them to tell us whether or not that's true. Is that what it's like? So,
I'm assuming it's regular.
Oh my God, Vita says, everyone give it a thumbs up. You won't miss anything because it only takes a second. Thank you so much, Vita. It is just a quick. No, don't touch anything. Remember, no touching things ever. No. Andrea said, love the show so much. I read the books. I did not know they were books until someone just mentioned it a couple of days ago. So I will not read them, but they are audiobooks. So I do plan to listen to them. Yes.
Whilst she works.
So Chris said, is the link I'm putting up coming through? No, it's not even showing up as from something for me to show. So it's tripping. So maybe just do everything but the www part, you know? Yeah. So Joe Ray said, I don't think you can post links, only Autumn can. Yeah. So it's not even showing up here. So, so yes. Oh, or a Bitly. That's great. In case you want to check the Walmart nearest you for the Blackstone griddle. Is it on sale now? Or will it still be on sale? We should look.
I mean, we can wait.
I'm going to copy this.
I'd rather get a bigger one.
Okay. Well, my husband wants a large one, even though there's only 2 of us.
But
yeah, okay.
But is that it? Well, how are we gonna do pork bellies on Halloween?
We're not going to do pork bellies. That's the whole point.
We have to,
and that's just bacon. He didn't do pork belly. He just did bacon. We don't trick or treat. Nobody trick or treats over here. So
not yet. Until they start smelling that belly in there.
Yes. They start smelling that belly in the air. Yes, Chris, I'm going to look at the link the Bitly. I'm going to look at that.
Belly.
Oh, smelly belly. You guys, speaking of smelly belly, Richard made some delicious.
That's not a segue.
It is because the pork belly. No, because the pork belly reminded me of the bacon bits that you put in there with the onions.
You should have said belly and dropped the smelly part.
Oh, okay. Speaking of pork belly.
There you go.
Richard made some delicious beans and
That's how you
corn
do it.
tonight, like with some
so
bacon
cute.
bits and onions. And I was just like, oh, I never get beans and corn.
I'm such an odd
but it just looks like it would be delicious. I haven't tasted it. I mean, it looks like it would be delicious.
Layering flavors will get you.
And then he also made a steak with onions. I did have a sliver of that because it's just so great. You know, it is just so great.
Well, steak's always great. It's always great for steak.
Yes, hashtag great for steak.
There's never a moment steak won't work.
Oh, good. Barry's here. Said I finally made it. I'm glad that you're here. Yes, well, Treva said I miss y'all. I miss you too. Did you hear me raving about the information that you put on the group about the difference between like a fried egg and a scrambled egg? I talked about that so much this morning. Treva did that in the Facebook group
Treva
to help me. Exactly.
Treva, I've tried to tell her 4 or 5 times. Bloop, it fell out. Bloop, each time. You made it sink. You made it sink in, and you made it.
He didn't explain it in the way that you would have explained it, or else I would have known it.
Yeah, no, you just don't listen to me.
Kathy said, "Was it burnt belly?" You're right. So the bacon bits, they crisp up really quickly because they're so small, and there was a fair amount of like burntage. It's my favorite. Your bacon bits that you made with your corn and beans.
Well, you just got to put them well.
It made everything smell so good.
It's Costco. Costco and Sam's Club sells the big bag of bacon.
Yes.
Basically the chopped up bacon bits.
Yes.
You just take a handful of that and throw it in any skillet.
You
got a ready-made starter for any
That
dish.
is a bacon candle right there. It just makes your
starter
whole house smell. Cynthia said, took a minute to find you again. Sorry. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm sorry for even being...
The double dutch we do.
Yeah, so...
She tests herself sometimes on false first starts.
Treva said, no, but I knew you would love that. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. You know, I love knowing the technicalities between everything.
I've explained it to her multiple times, Treva.
So what I was talking about, though, was that Outlander is historically accurate. Like, the things that they're describing in Scotland and England and France at the time, these things actually happened. And so I just thought that was really neat. Because they never talk about why King James, is it King James that got exiled and now that's in Britain and now they're trying to fight for him to reclaim the throne during the Jacobite rebellion. They never explain, at least not yet, why he was exiled. So I literally was sitting. I was sitting on my phone like, why was King James exiled from Britain? Like, I was like, I'm trying to figure out what's happening here because I wanted to make so much sense. But then at that point, I was like, oh shoot, that's real. So then I was like, Jacobite, because every time I wanted to know what the origin of that word was. Is it Jacob? But I'm like, why are they, if they want King James to go back on the throne, why are they a Jacobite? I mean, you guys, I'm way into this. So.
Yes, apparently so.
Yes, sorry about that. He said, we have a 36-inch Blackstone. Wow, it works great for making those pork rind tortillas. I need a tortilla press, but 36 inches, that's a lot.
That's average size.
No.
For me. That's perfect.
No.
That's like the standard issue, American standard issue size.
No.
I love it.
Andrew says that's why it takes so long to write the books. I mean, I am obsessed with the show at least. And I'm obsessed with the theme song. Richard hates when I sing the theme song.
I don't hate it.
Because I just will randomly burst into the theme song.
See, hate is such a strong word.
Okay. He is super annoyed when I randomly voice. You're like, all right, okay, last time.
I was just saying it to be funny with you because I know how much you love the show. I like the theme song. I just like to make fun of it with you.
I sing it all the time.
It's purely because of you, not because of no other reason.
My sweetheart. Yeah. Good evening, Linda. I'm so glad that you're here.
You see how she just threw a whole blanket statement on me?
Treva says a 36-inch tortilla. No. The Blackstone is 36 inches. The tortilla is smaller than that, but I'm sure it would work great on a flat surface.
Oh my God.
Andrea says she weaves her story into history. I mean, 'tis amazing. Kathy said, sing it, Autumn. I will do no such thing.
No,
So
I like the theme song. It's really soft and whimsical.
yes,
I really
soft
enjoy
and
it.
whimsical.
It really
Exactly.
is. Like I said, I was just like making fun of you just because I like making fun of you.
See, I can't really receive that too well. I take it literally. I'm like, oh man,
I am aware of this now.
But I keep singing it anyways because I love that song.
I like it. Don't say that I don't like it.
Okay. Well, oops. Fooled me, everyone.
Yes.
Gail said, Autumn, you will have to buy Richard a 36-inch Blackstone. I know, right?
No, we already put some money down on it.
I'm doing like, gotta go. I'm not getting you no 36-inch Blackstone.
Is it on wheels? As long as it's on wheels.
Andrew said, love the theme song. It changes every season. Now that is cool. So when I heard the theme song for the second season, the first time, I was like, oh, they did it in French. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen next. Okay, Andrea, since you're here and you're clearly an Outlander expert, how many TV seasons have been produced? Because right now there are only 3 on Netflix. What am I missing? Okay. He said 36 inches is only 4 burners. I bet it's an.
That's what I'm saying. I just want. Is it on wheels?
No. Why are we moving the grill around? That is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Lisa said I always skip the intro, so I have no idea what the Outlander theme song sounds like. After all that, you ain't listened to it once? Once?
I know, right? You think the second episode, you'd be like, all right, we're in this. No, it's only like 6 choruses?
Yeah, I mean, it's really short. Huh. Shelly said you should sing it. No, go ahead and YouTube that. Truth said, what's a Blackstone? It's an outdoor griddle. Think
of a diner.
And think of the top of a Waffle House, where they cook everything on.
It's a flat top.
And then that is like on a grill setting. They took it outside to be like on a grill.
The best thing ever created.
So, I don't know. So
the possibilities are endless.
Yes, Kathy says, "Oh, come on, Autumn, you do burst in a random song here." Yes, random song. I do not sing other people's work, only originals.
That is true. There you go. That's true.
Linda said, "I have a 36-inch Blackstone too." I mean, what football team are y'all cooking for out here? We are 2 people.
Pork bellies unite.
Pork bellies unite. I'm sick of y'all.
Can we all agree?
There are 5 seasons on the television, and they're working on the 6th. Okay, then why the deuce haven't we seen? Isn't the 4th one on Netflix? That's all I want to know. So, yes, Triva said, "Oh, a griddle. Yeah, it's like a flat top griddle. Joyce said, "Our Blackstone sold right away." I'm sure they did, Joyce. I'm sure y'all only got 3 in, and they were gone immediately. So. He said the Blackstone is marketed being for travel, but it's heavy. And yes, Richard is on wheels. They want you to take that somewhere.
Well, I don't think the wheels one, but maybe the one that's the smaller one.
Maybe the little one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the wheels one is supposed to be next to your grill or something.
I'm still not buying it, but okay. No, I mean figuratively.
Okay.
I'm not buying that you should be able to take that thing somewhere.
Well, I think you know how people have the outdoor decks and patios now. Everything's all finished furniture outside. Yeah. It's one of those things you just want to do nice and show it off.
Gail said Nicole Burgess has a Blackstone. I'm sure she does, and I'm sure she cleans it a lot. And I'm not here for the cleaning. I'm not here for the getting yet another thing dirty. I cannot do it. Let's see. Lisa said I ain't got no time for a stinking intro. Get me to Jamie and Claire quickly. I mean, I just got to the part. We're on episode 8 of the 2nd season, where they've returned back to Scotland, which I'm really happy about. First of all, can we talk about Paris though? Can we talk about the palace at Versailles? This is a humble flex, but has anyone actually been to Versailles? Because that's exactly what it looks like. And I was like, oh my God, I was there.
Yes,
freaking neat. Every time we come on screen, I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what it looks like. The gate is made out of gold. No wonder they stormed his body out of there. They're all poor, and here he is sitting in this luxury for no reason, bruh. but it was just amazing. Otherwise, Paris was not that great to look at in the 1700s, in my opinion. Like, bring me the Eiffel Tower, but just the palace at Versailles, it amazed me because I was like, oh my God, we were literally there. But also when we were there, like it was a museum, but like to see everyone like actually living in it and whatnot, I was just like, oh my God. So it was really neat. So JJ's here says
we were all in the Paris.
Andrea says, I met Claire at Comic-Con. First of all, tell me, like, where's the show made? And are any of these people actually Scottish or Britain? Because I really want to look up a YouTube like interview and find out like that they're all from like New York or something like that. Like I want to see, are the accents real? Tell me, don't tell me. The tabletop is 17 inches of the Blackstone. That's not even 2 feet. No, then okay. So maybe that one you can travel with, but no.
Put it on your arm.
Kathy B said, Benihana flat top, get your knife skills on. Don't incur like Richard. Look, if we got Richard like those sharp, what are they, like scoopers? Like what is the long flat turner that you could like chop stuff up with?
Yeah.
Like
a butcher knife?
No, not a knife, but it's like a long spatula almost.
Oh yeah, like the long.
Yeah, but see, they actually chop stuff up with it too.
Knife,
Chris said, still fixing a computer. What computer? And I guess it's not the one you're on, or else are you on your phone? See, I don't know. Miriam's here. Says, "Hey guys, yes, they have tabletop versions. No, I would not want a tabletop version. To me, that is like an outside sort of situation. Like I would never want to do like an indoor grill. Like no.
Griddle?
No.
Like the plug-in griddle?
I see. I still wouldn't want to do that. But
I think that's what the 17-inch kind of is.
See, I kind of feel like it's like gonna produce smoke, which I guess it shouldn't if you're doing it right.
Smoke.
Like I'm like, why would you want to bring that inside? No, like the actual cooking apparatus itself.
It's a flat top. I mean, it only smokes what you put on it.
I know. See, all I'm saying is just a lot of smoke. So maybe that's just me projecting. Yeah. Yes. He said, do better than me and buy the fancy one with the hinged lid cover thingy. Yeah, that's the one we would have to get because it would just be in the elements. So, he says ours has to be fully removed and hung on the back when in use. Yeah, that seems really annoying. But if you got like the hinge, because that's
on the back of what?
The actual Blackstone. So maybe it's like a lid that you take off and then you have to like hang on. Like it doesn't just fold up. I know that would be a lot. Oh my God! IP says the accents are real. That's crazy. Yes.
Real? Whoa.
Oh, Andrew said, it was a couple of them, but Claire was the only main one there. Yes, made in Scotland. Get out of town. it is a spatula. Oh. Thank you, Miriam. Like a long spatula. So, so yes. Miriam said he's been fixing the computer that I was going to be on. He gave his computer because he's nice. Oh, see, that's marriage right there. Just sharing stuff. Or basically just the husband giving the wife whatever she needs to be happy.
Wait, what? Sharing stuff?
Yes.
Well, it's
like a one-sided sharing. Yeah. It's a one-sided sharing. So Barry said it might smoke if you use oil. I'm projecting my inability to cook onto the Blackstone. So I don't know. It's
just like a griddle or like a flat top it is.
You guys, speaking of griddle, I did not tell you all about Waffle Iron Disaster 2020.
Oh my God.
Like you remember when I told you, because I hate being inadequate. Like
here we go.
What was it? Was it on Sunday? Where I was asking you guys, like Shelly in particular, who was I asking about being able to turn the Goodies pancake mix into waffles? And you guys were like, oh, it's all the same. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to get out the waffle iron, right? So I made the entire bag of mix. And then I spray what I think is an appropriate amount of like coconut oil and spray into the waffle iron. And then I put my little and then I close it. And I did a good enough job of like not overfilling it. Cause you know how like it starts to like puff up and then all the batter comes out the sides. Mm-hmm. That has happened to me before. That wasn't even the case on this one. Oh. So then I was like, it's been like 2 minutes and I'm starting to hear like and I'm like, Richard, how long are these things supposed to cook? And he was like, oh, give it 2 to 3 minutes. I was like, oh, well, it's already been 2 minutes. So let me go ahead and like open it up just to see. Because worst case scenario, I'll be like, oh, it's a little soft. I'll close it again. You guys, I open the waffle iron. It splits in half, and half of it is stuck to the top, and the other half is stuck to the bottom. I didn't know a waffle could split in half. I was like, oh no, this is not supposed to happen at all. So I unplug it because the longer that these two things are sitting, and I'm trying to like peel it up, but the longer that they're sitting on the surface, like they're burning, you know. So I had to unplug it so that the heat would stop. So then I get like a little knife, and I'm trying to dig the waffle out of each little pocket. Each square. Yeah, then it all starts to just fall apart, and like before I know it, I have this huge pile of waffle remnants like on the plate, and I was like, well, and that's literally my worst nightmare, you guys, because not only did I ruin the waffles, but don't get me wrong, waffle remnants still eat. You know what I'm saying? Like they were fully edible, and I ate them. But the waffle iron was left in such disarray. Like I basically needed a toothbrush to like go get out all the like, because that's my OCD's worst nightmares, like not making sure that everything is completely clean. And I was like, I'm never using a waffle iron again. And Richard was just like, oh no, what happened? He was like, oh no, you should like make the waffle irons like white with spray. You know, I was like, oh, I don't think I used that much. I think I was more on the conservative side with the oil. I'll never do that again. So
you need to get that with coconut oil.
Yeah, I mean, it was
to be just even lines.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was just not bad. Well, it was not good.
It's a lesson learned, though. See, that's how cooking is. You take these mistakes, and you gotta fumble sometimes. You gotta burn things sometimes and split waffles sometimes in order to make the perfect.
Well, I told Richard I'm never using that machine again. So that was a lesson I only learned once. Like if we're ever gonna have waffles in this household, they're gonna be my husband's making, because I'm done. I'm a one and done. You know what I'm saying? Shelly said, I said it works the same. It works better if you add melted coconut oil to the actual mix. Didn't know that. Miriam said, oh, I hate when that happens to waffles. Sadness. Okay, so that's a thing, because I was like, Lord, I broke the waffle.
Well, I mean, people waffle stick sometimes.
Joe Ray said, did you spray the waffle iron? Yes, I did, but clearly not well enough.
She just like went over it lightly.
Yes.
As if it was a skillet.
He says we always put a sheet of aluminum foil under our waffle iron in case it drips. Drips would have been the least of my problems at that point. Like I would have loved to have some stuff, because you can just wipe that up, but like when it's stuck to both sides of
what it was is they also iron. Well, like you said, you didn't put enough in it, so they also stuck inside the grooves. So they were stuck. The waffle was stuck in the grooves because it was just surface to surface contact. Like
that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, you didn't spray enough spray on it.
I definitely didn't spray.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is it like it burned to the waffle iron.
Yeah, Kathy said you had waffle bites. Yeah, I had like waffle shards.
Yes,
exactly.
Stuck to the literal waffle iron.
Chris said, since we bought the Dash Mini waffle irons, I have not used another waffle maker. They just work too well for me to waste my time elsewhere. Like, is it are they non-stick, or like do you still have to spray it as much? Like, I don't blame the poor waffle iron. I just don't think I'm keen to like the methodology. Yeah, like
I think changing.
Joyce said scrambled waffle. Pretty much, like that's exactly what happened. So.
Oh yeah. And it wasn't bad. It was just a little bit of burnt.
Gail said that would have been a nightmare cleaning the waffle iron. Oh, it was horrible.
You let it sit for a few hours.
Yes, I did, because I was like, I gotta get out of this kitchen or I'm gonna burn it all down. You know what I'm saying? So then what happened, what was even worse, it wasn't even worse, but like I still had all this batter left, and I was like, there's no way I'm using the waffle iron. So I was like, like, Richard, do you want some pancakes? So like I made the rest into pancakes, and even those were horrible. Like,
I like mine.
No, they were bad. Like they were just misshapen and like partially. Some were burnt. Some were just like raw. Like it was. Because I ate them. I tried to spare you. It was horrible. Like,
I mean, maybe you just aren't a breakfast pancakey waffle person.
No, I'm definitely not a maker, like a pancake waffle maker, because there's skill that's involved, especially with like getting the spatula under the pancake and then just like flipping it. Like my whole thing is, how do you flip it like 0 turn radius? Because I always have to do this dumping method and like all of the batter just like splats. It's horrible. Like I can't pick up a pancake and then just flip it right back on to where that spot is. Are you not supposed to be able to do that? And you're supposed to leave room to like move
how big
them?
are your pancakes? It's not if are they spatula sized or like are they leaning over the side or something?
No, maybe they're leaning over the side, but then that just takes too long to cook a zillion pancakes. Ain't nobody got time for that. So that's all. I mean, that's all I'm saying. So Joyce said, I thought you gave your waffle iron to your mom. I gave the Dash Mini waffle irons. I have a waffle iron that makes 2 regular size waffles. Also, that was not my waffle iron. That was my roommate Kiana's waffle iron. And I used the waffle iron and I was just like, oh man, Kiana and she made us waffles one time. And it was a great experience. But I was just like, the person whose waffle iron I'm holding in my hand is not alive anymore. Like that just be hitting me in really weird ways, you know. So I know, right?
I think she's still jabbing you.
Exactly. She definitely made that stick as a ha. She's laughing at me, like because I was like, "Girl, how did you make it look so easy?" He said, "Sounds like Autumn has PTSD now." Yeah, I'm not. I can't use it anymore. It's done. Like I can't. Andrew said, "Is your spatula big enough?" I don't know. It's too technical. Gail said, "Flipping pancakes causes me major anxiety." Exactly.
Well, I've learned that it's also about the size of the pancake. Like you don't have to get caught up with IHOP, and they don't all have to be that size. You know, you can make a pancake that little. You know what I mean? You can make like 8 little bitty ones instead of 3 big fat ones.
Yeah.
Just make 8 little bitty ones. Make them all the size of the spatula you have.
Yes.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in the hype. Get IHOP out of your mind and just make your pancakes.
Cynthia said, "How do they taste though?" I mean, they tasted good enough. They were. I was just sad at that whole.
Well, I enjoyed mine. I made bacon and sausage and like put a lot of butter on mine. Yeah. So mine was great.
Oh my God, mine's with an S. Miriam said, "Did you do the Twinergy thing already? Was that last Saturday?" Yes, it was last Saturday. It was amazing, but we are having another masterclass. We are having a repeat of that masterclass on Tuesday, December the 8th at, I think, either 6:30 or 7 p.m. I will be sure to let you guys know when that happens. We'll be announcing it like next week, but we did. It was amazing. So thanks to everyone that came. It was absolutely awesome. Maitreya said if you had a big Blackstone, you could have done all the pancakes at once. I mean, but then I would have had to clean the Blackstone when like I could have just put the pan in the sink. You know, like I'm all about minimizing the surface area that I soil. You know what I'm saying?
If you work at a thing, you just 3 scrapes, slide that thing off, wipe. You good and done. You ever work at a diner or anything?
No, I never worked at a diner or anything.
Yeah, I know how you are. I worked at a griddle when I was in college. I worked at Burger.
Oh, Shelly said night everyone. Dinner time for me. Bye, Shelly. Good to see you.
Bye, Shelly.
Chris said the scrambled pancakes tasted like pancakes that were in small bits. I was making it on a 3-burner Camp Chef griddle that's bigger than the 36-inch Blackstone. Yeah, and they were just mine turned into pancake crumbs. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. So Joy said that is why I have Barry make the pancakes. Yeah, I would love Richard to make me some pancakes. I know, right? But like,
so sweet how you asked that.
But yeah, exactly. So that's how it is. So.
I'll make you pancakes.
Gail said, "I always hated when you flip one and it touched the other." Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened. So it was horrible. Dee's here says, "Night folks, just made it. I'm glad that you're here." Hey. Cece said, "Same with the omelet. I can't quite kiss the underside." I mean,
you got to sometimes. Sometimes you got it. It's all in the wrist. Flick of the wrist. You gotta flick at wrist. It's just like you keep it. It's not strong, but it's not limp. You got somewhere in the middle. It's in the middle. Not this, not that. Somewhere right in there.
Somebody come get my husband, please.
Flip it the wrist.
He gets once you on my wrist, nerves.
Then the underside's kissed. The slides in.
Yes. So it is like, I mean, it's a lot. So yes, Miriam said December 8th, Twinergy. Yes, you're right. Lisa said these were Birch Bender's pancakes. Haven't tried the mix yet. Mine were the Good D's mix.
Yes.
The only other pancakes I've had were the high key ones. And we had like the chocolate chip ones or the chocolate ones. I can't really compare like for like because we had chocolate pancakes, and that's like a totally different flavor profile. So yeah,
throws it all off.
He said, when I cook on my Blackstone, I have flashbacks to working the early bird shift at Whataburger. That's amazing. DJ has to go outside, so Richard has to go take care of him. So Cece said, all right, Chef Richard, once again, do not encourage him. He literally just makes up everything. Like, it's horrible. Sylvia said, been making pumpkin pancakes every Sunday this past month. Yummers. Okay, is that like with a mix, or are you just adding pumpkin to pancakes? Did you just let him outside and leave him there?
He's good.
Our little dog is going to run away. So Gail said, did I hear DJ walking across the floor? Yeah, he does this thing where he like walks and then he'll like stamp in place to let you know that he needs something. So Richard just let him out to run away. So no, he's not going to run away. He won't go too far. So yes. Let me see. Kathy says Richard and his wrists and spatulas.
I'm telling
you.
He's the worst. I am telling you, it is a beautiful art that we all need to be a part of.
He said my favorite thing to cook on the Blackstone are skillet pizza. So you like put your pan on the Blackstone like it's a cooking surface? Like you don't cook the food directly on it?
It probably starts with cheese.
Oh! So skillet pizza without the skillet is what you're saying.
That would be a good thing. Now,
Blackstone
do the pan,
pizza.
but somewhere the cheese would be sneaky. It would be sneaky. I like the way that starts.
Chris said I thought it was Chief Richard, not Chef. I mean, he can have them all. That's depending on what title he feels that day. Gail said birch benders has a weird texture. No matter how long you cook them, they are mushy inside. Interesting. Sylvia said homemade almond flour, eggs, and pumpkin puree. Amazing.
What, for pancakes?
Joyce said, I hope there are no skunks. You're right.
I forgot about that.
So, it's kind of cold. So, yeah, like the pancakes are mushy inside. That is no good. So, I would stick with Good D's. I really like the high key ones that I've had, which were just the chocolate ones. I honestly don't think you should have chocolate pancakes. Like, pancakes are such a classic flavor. Like, I would be okay with regular pancakes with like chocolate syrup or whatever, but you shouldn't have chocolate flavored pancakes. That's just really weird to me.
What's that? Chocolate pancakes?
Lisa said, oh, okay, so you haven't tasted those Birch Benders chocolate chips from Keto Palooza? I did not keep any of those. We got such a limited number of Birch Benders that I gave them all away. So
we didn't get to try any.
Yeah, we didn't try any of them. So yeah,
they're really good.
I know. My mom really likes them. Yeah, my mom really likes them. So I'm not sure. So yes. So.
I mean, we'll try one day.
Yes. Kelly said my dog just stares at me when he wants to go outside. Oh, if we could only be so lucky. If they would only be so quiet. These dogs like make a muffled like. Then they'll just stamp in place. So
you hear that, Maddie?
Yes. Cece said I've not heard many good reports of the Birch Benders. Super sad. I mean, I've never had them.
Yeah, so no, we have nothing to judge them against.
So, exactly. I do know that high key I do prefer. Like that's my favorite. The Good D's were good, but I feel bad. I can't even judge it because I was so turned off by the whole thing.
Maybe it was because of the sausage and the bacon and the butter.
Maybe it was because of that too. Don't get me wrong. I used a lot of syrup and that was good, but maybe if there's like a savory element, that would be
like
good.
2 tablespoons more butter.
Yes.
And then put sausage in between each pancake, and then put 3 pieces of bacon on it, and then drizzle the butter on top.
Oh God, that does sound good.
Oh yeah, I had
butter. Chris said, has anyone tried the Nush pancake mix yet? No, I have not.
Ooh.
Is it like you're making a Nush cake?
I know, I'm interested
on the griddle because I wouldn't mind that, but Nush cakes are very flax oriented, and so it has a very gummy texture, which I do not mind at all. But then their cookie, in my opinion, is just a flat, round Nush cake. Like, it is not you can't just make something in a circle and call it a cookie.
Same thing.
If you ask me, So I feel like it's just a flat, round Nush cake. So I'm wondering, are the pancakes just Nush cake mix that you make yourself on the griddle? I don't know.
That was interesting. I don't know. Well, I think you can control the crispness, though, on these, so you can make them like a different texture type of Nush cake.
I would be interested to see that.
So like you can get a little butter, a little heat, get a little crust on both sides. So it wouldn't be the same exactly as
Oh my
an
God.
English
Heath
cake.
said, yes, a cheese crust. We even bought a giant cake server that we use as a spatula when making the pizzas. So.
See, that's what cooks do. See,
Oh
you
my
start
God.
with the cheese.
See, I would, at
then
that
you build
point, I would
out.
make like a cheese burrito. Like I would make a cheese burrito.
Oh
So I
my
would like put some
gosh,
stuff.
get out of here. That is a great idea.
Why, Lord? Why?
We are totally buying a Blackstone tomorrow.
No, we're not buying a Blackstone tomorrow. So no. Lisa said I would have agreed with you about the chocolate chips in pancakes, but I made some back in my vegan life years ago. Completely changed my opinion. Not too sweet, yummy. No. I think that chocolate chip pancakes are okay. These are chocolate pancakes. Imagine like brownies as it's like a chocolate mix that is a pancake. So your pancakes are brown, which also confuses you about when they're done, you know? So it was a lot of things, you know?
It's about the bubbles.
It still tasted good. I'm just like, I would have rather had a regular pancake.
You want to see your chocolate.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, like
it.
I said, if it was a regular pancake, I would put chocolate syrup on it, and I would have loved it. But like, I just like it
with an
being
entire
chocolate-looking
pancake that's not 100% chocolate.
D says, how'd you make the transition from vegan to keto, Lisa? I know, I'd be interested in hearing that too. I went vegan for a month, like I think January 2016
I didn't know that.
Or 2015. You guys, like vegan
for an entire month?
Yeah, for an entire month. I don't know why I did it. I really don't even think I was trying to lose weight at that point. I was just like wanting to see if I could do it. There are a bunch of delicious vegan recipes, but like ever since discovering keto, my fundamental thought on the role of food to the human body and like what you should be eating has changed. So I don't think vegan is vegan is not healthy. Don't get me wrong, because you don't get a lot of minerals and things that you need.
With like pills and stuff, right?
But the food tastes good if you do it right. Like, there's a lot of delicious plant-based food options out there. So
nice. And they make a lot of different plant-based everything.
No, I'm talking about. So when I mean plant-based food, I mean natural whole food recipes that can be made with vegan ingredients. I don't mean Impossible Burgers and like stuff like that.
That's what I'm talking about. Is now they're selling to every there's a vegan bars and stuff now for everything.
Oh, you mean like restaurants and stuff?
No, like
vegan
actual
bars.
Like selling bars.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about processed food.
No,
I'm talking about
but much like the keto stuff is not 100% good for you, but it's like gives you at least a toe.
No toes. But I'm just saying there were tons of vegan recipes that I made eating real food, so not like prepackaged vegan stuff. Like one of them, I have to show you. One of them was this delicious like bean and corn salsa. Like it was a dip or I don't know, but it was just basically beans, corn, red, green bell peppers with some sort of like sauce. Like it was like a salad. That's what they called it. Woo, that was so good. That was the first vegan recipe I ever made. It was just a bunch of vegetables. Like vegetables are vegan, you know? So, but I was like, Lord, I never thought to put these together like this before. It was so good. So, Chris said plant-based. I found that every time people say based, what they actually mean is only since based would connotate 50% of something. You're right. Plant only, animal-based diet.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me. I mean, I don't understand any of it at all. But
yeah, you're right. Because a plant-based
people do it, so
wouldn't include any animal.
Well,
products.
I was
you're
just
right.
saying that now there's vegan things people are selling to you. Like anytime there's a market, there are people selling you the stuff that you think you might need.
Yes.
That's all I was saying. Vegan is big enough now where now you have bars and now you have all type of crap.
Dee said, I love meat too much to stop eating it. I agree, but if there was some scientific evidence to prove that meat was bad for you and that in order for optimal health, you shouldn't eat it, I would give it up. Just like I did carbs. You know, like I would say I love carbs too much to give them up. But like after learning the truth about how they're not good for your body, for the most part, I've given them up. So like if it turned out that the same was actually true about meat,
the more you learn kind of thing.
Yeah, I would have done it because I'm not one of those people. Like that's why I love Gourmet on Instagram. Like Gourmet Goes Keto. If you don't know, he's gained and lost like 300 pounds, like 2 or 3 times. So like, but one of the things that he he writes so in detail about his mindset about when he was obese. And he was just like, I literally thought, I just love pizza too much. I guess I'm going to die. And I was just like, that's exactly how I felt. I was like, well, I guess this is my life, like, because I just can't stop eating the food that I want to eat, So, but just realizing that you do have control over that. And once you understand what it's actually doing to you, how it actually makes you realize that, like, you shouldn't be eating that stuff all the time, and there's a place for it in life, but not your everyday life.
And also, it's just like when you're young, you like chicken nuggets and pizza and like all the simple things, and then the older you get, the more your palate's supposed to expand, and then you realize that the world's bigger than just chicken nuggets and pizza and French fries, and you actually like
you start naming all them things. I love chicken nuggets and French fries.
Naming the 3 things most children on the world love. You know what I mean? Like that's basically all kids.
That's also my best friend Ho-Ho's diet too. His diet has not evolved.
And that's a horrible
He's a 35-year-old man surviving off of Chick-fil-A and pizza and spaghetti with meat sauce. Like, that is my best friend. But I was like, bruh, eat something like with nutritional value at all. You know what I'm saying? So
No, it's about just what our parents teach us, what we learn in our environments and our peers and everything, Because I said, for me personally, I was raised like my mom and dad, like they vegetables 3, like meat was 1/3 of the plate, and vegetable had to be 2/3 of the plate on every plate, So it was like we had to have a nice balance of everything. It couldn't be any one thing. So growing up, we always had a nice balance, and it had to be something green.
My sweetheart and his balance.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous of your balance.
Well, I mean, and then we had none of the fun cereals or anything. We had plain corn flakes and plain Cheerios. Yeah. Those are our 2 cereals.
Lisa said, my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2017. She was placed on a diet regimen that was similar to keto. I made myself her accountability partner. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, wow. That is really awesome.
I didn't want my mom to feel deprived, so I learned to cook sugar-free and grain-free to support her through her healing process. The lifestyle saved her life. See, that's awesome. That's what I'm saying.
Being there too.
I'm a believer that if people, but see, it's so difficult because my whole thing was if people actually knew, that the quote unquote food that is being pushed onto them by like these companies is actually just like death in a box and it's all about money, that they would stop, but they wouldn't stop. Like they don't care enough. In my opinion, people don't give nearly enough credit to the food they eat, to their health overall. They think it's something else, I need to exercise more. Maybe I need to sleep more or drink less or something, but if it's like, if you just actually ate real food, and the thing is, the American diet has been so like skewed that people think eating real food is like extremism, like, oh, just eating steak and eggs and salad and everything all day. Like, that's crazy. You're depriving yourself of living real life. And I was like, are you serious? Like eating actual food is somehow like this extreme stance on health, and like, you must not be a person that enjoys things if that's all you eat. This is like, what is it worth though? Like that's crazy that eating real food has become like a niche diet, so.
I mean, like you said, it's the things that our parents learn from their parents and their parents learn from their parents. So it's just each generation learns more about what we can and cannot have in our body long term, and then we teach that to the next one and then the next one.
Well, it's all about money too. So it's like once we realize, we can put some sugar crack into this thing and people will want to eat it uncontrollably and we'll make more money. That's where it came from.
Yeah, but eventually we will learn that, and then they'll have to readjust then, and then it'll be something else.
They always sneaky. It goes from being sugar to high fructose corn syrup.
That I can't say either. But eventually, I think the populace, once it's bad enough, like unfortunately, there's like it has to be bad enough for people to actually poke their heads out of the ground and be like, whoa, this is real? This is real? And until then, they're just like, I'll put it off. I'll wait about it next year or 2 years later. And then you're like, oh my God, I got to get I got to go to the doctor myself. Yeah. It's like, that's when stuff becomes real.
Don't get me started. Like,
I know.
I'm just so glad we all found each other.
Once we start building the right habits and the right processes, we don't have to worry about it.
Y'all supposed to say processes? First of all, I was in college the first time I heard the word processes. Like, I think my professor was Canadian and he said processes, and I was like, what? And then he kept saying pasta instead of pasta.
Good day, mate.
No, okay, that's Australian, first of all. But he kept saying pasta, like, you know, if you want sauce on your pasta. And I was like, you're what? Like, I don't understand. And then also, before I leave, something funny. When you said good day, mate, like that, and I was like, nope, wrong accent. You guys, it's hilarious. Every time Richard tries to imitate the people on Outlander, he sounds like a pirate. He's like, arr! He's like, me land is me home. He's like a pirate.
What are you talking about?
Oh, God, it's so great.
Excuse us.
Okay, I am leaving. I'll be on tomorrow over on Watch Autumn at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for hopping over to live number 2, because y'all know we be tripping, right? If you're still watching, give me a hashtag replay in the comments, because I am always amazed about like how long people are actually here. So I thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me, and we'll be over. I know, right? We'll be over tomorrow on Watch Autumn at 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. Goodbye. You're so